Yeah, we coming now. Come on. Yeah, that's right. We put it down. It's like a family in here, just a little disabled. Putting it down, we lay them out on the table. Yeah. Who's in the house? The brothers in the house. Gotta turn it on out, let you know what we about. Kinda like Cain and Abel, a bit unstable. Don't be breaking the brain, break the whole damn table. How we shut it down, we give them a blast. Keep it real dope, just using their ass. That's right. Put it down. Yeah, we in the house. Yeah, come on. Okay. Hypnotized in a trance, gotta make them dance. Jump in the pit, now throw up your hands. Having a party, beat blast on the mic. Spitting lyrics from my tongue, bringing the hype. The door's wide open, do you dare to come in? Battle with the boys, let's with us with a sing. So who's up next as we gather around the table? Lay your ass flat, let you know that we're able. Coming down, come on. We coming down, come on. Yeah, that's right. We put it down. Yeah, we in the house. Yeah, come on. Okay. You know, shut it down. It's like a family in here, just a little disabled. Putting it down, lay him out on the table. Who's in the house? The brothers in the house. Gotta turn it on out, let you know what we about. Kinda like Cain and Abel, be a bit unstable. Don't be breaking the brain, we break the whole damn table. How we shut it down, we give them a blast. Keep it real though, just using their ass. Hypnotized in a trance, gotta make them dance. Jump in the pit, now throw up your hands. Having a party, boom blast, all they lights spinning.
How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the Suplex Syndicate. I am joined by myself, Tactical Santa, and my partner is going to be here shortly, 30 Spray J. But we do have a special guest tonight sitting in. Elegant Sasquatch will not be here tonight, so we do have another special guest host. But before I go to that, I want to say hi to everybody. First off, we got Baker. Baker, what's going on, brother? Thanks for watching. And let's see here, Lewis H. What's going on, Lewis? Good to see you. And we've got, look at this, Bearded Death. What's happening, Bearded Death? And we got the Elegant Sasquatch saying hi. He is actually going to a concert, I believe, with his daughter. And we have Jacked Up Leatherworks. What's going on, Jacked Up? But without further ado, I think we got 30 Spray Jake coming back on right now, I think. There we go. 30 Spray. Yeah, he'll be here shortly. Let me see, 30 Spray. Your camera is... There we go. There we go, brother. There we go. Just saying hi to everybody. How's your week been?
My week has been work, and then I had my son this weekend. We went to the splash pad yesterday with my daughter.
Nice.
Had a great time. Did not cook dinner until I grilled some burgers last night at like 11 o'clock at night.
Nice.
My daughter's watching me on TV, so she thinks I'm famous. So, hey,
There
Catherine.
Alrighty. And I'll tell you what, Jay, without further ado, shall we bring on our special guest? Well, actually, first before we do that, did you bring a prop so you could make yourself feel a little bit better around this guy? You got your prop?
Hold on. Let me get a few reps in before he gets in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta get that pump on because this guy coming on, man, he is definitely a beast. You let me know when you're ready. You let me know when you're ready to bring him on. You ready?
Yeah.
Too? You got the other arm too?
Hold on. So I'm at 202 when he comes on. Hold on.
Okay, you ready?
201.
There we go. What's happening? Dan from Bearded Death. What's going on, brother?
You pumping some iron?
I'm trying to get as big as you, brother.
Oh man. Well, hey,
Josh,
what's up, everybody?
what's happening? And we also got Ray Smokey. What's going on, Ray Smokey?
Hey,
I do,
Ray, spray
I do,
gang.
I do
What's
have
up, Ray?
something special to show a little bit later. I have to get the box, and I'm actually going to do an unboxing for it. You guys will actually like it, but it's later. We'll do it a little bit later. Um, but anyway, what's happening, Dan? It's been a moment. How you doing?
It's good to be here, man. Just been busy. I went on vacation for a few days this past week, which is very rare, but I got some
Right,
time off, and you know, I
Did you
come back
gamble
home
any?
and just keeping busy again.
right. Catching up on orders.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
Right. Well, at least that's a good problem to have, right? It's good that you have to catch up
It's
on
nice to
orders.
come. It's better than to come home with no orders waiting for you.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And is that a new shirt you got? Is that new? That's a new skull pile
Fresh
design?
off the press, made today. The new skull
Hey,
pile.
look at that.
Oh,
Oh boy. Heck yeah. You're gonna have to bring some of those Buckeye beer battles so I can swoop them up from you.
There'll be some skull pile swag there for sure.
Heck yeah. Heck
I'm
yeah.
gonna try to jump on his back. So if you feel a monkey back there, it's probably me.
Baker says you need the shake weight.
Ladies only.
The shake weight.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh man. What was the one the wrestlers used to always use? You always used to see him in the backstage, that one that was
the
like
presser,
The spring bar.
the
the
spring bar,
spring
yeah, the
bar,
roasted.
bro.
I think Big Papa Pump, man, he was always, but you
Yeah,
always
he
saw
would
Big
use that.
Papa Pump
Yep, yep,
always backstage doing that.
yep.
Heck yeah. Here we go. He goes,
Freaks, peaks for the freaks.
he goes, Stan from Beer Death. Good thing you guys didn't bring Dan from Skull Pile.
He might make an appearance later.
Is
There we
that
go.
is that an alter ego? Like
It is an alter ego. Yeah,
what's the
Gotcha.
voice for what's the voice
he's
for
he's
Stan?
he's much more savage and not so nice.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah.
So let me ask you this before we get into, because we're going to talk about the past weeks in wrestling and the SummerSlam. But let me ask you this, Dan, because I know we talked a little bit. You were actually going to try to become a pro wrestler, right? That was one of your dreams. You were actually
Ooh.
training, correct?
Yeah, in my mid to late 20s, I was going to go to the Monster Factory over here in New Jersey, which was owned by Larry Sharp at the time.
Yeah.
A lot of big pro wrestlers went through there. Anywhere from Bam Bam Bigelow, The Big Show, you
Right.
name it, they went through there. That was like the premier pro wrestling school in the 90s, early 2000s. I did not know at that time that I had a serious leg issue.
Ooh.
Um, I was getting unhealing wounds once in a while and things like that. When I went, I signed up, I paid my fee. They sent me home. They said no. And it turns out a few years later, I was diagnosed with vascular disease in my legs, peripheral
Oh,
vascular
okay.
disease, and I was getting unhealing wounds. I had poor circulation, um, so it didn't work out. But I still love professional wrestling. I've
Right.
always, since
Right.
I was a kid, I remember being in third grade when Hulk Hogan was sick, and had his
Right.
ribs broken, and sending a letter to Hulk
Right.
Hogan, as a school assignment, send a letter to somebody who you look up to. I remember sending a letter to Hulk Hogan. So I've
And
always
so
been a big fan of pro wrestling. Even now, I sponsor a lot of indie pro wrestling events up in Connecticut and in New Jersey, and I still talk to those
right.
guys. And they even joked around and said, "Hey, we can make you a part of the show if you want." So I might
Right.
actually get my something off my bucket list,
Right.
knocked off
Right.
there. So we'll see.
Well,
But
let
that's
me
Wow.
that's still
let me ask you this. When you're going through it, what kind of, like, so when you were going through this and you were thinking, yeah, I want to be a pro, what was going to be your shtick or gimmick, or did you have a name? Did you have any of that figured out?
I had no idea. No,
No,
nothing. No, I really
nothing.
didn't. I didn't.
Skull pile. Skull pile. Just skull.
But now it's going to be the Bearded Death Bomb because all these
There you
events that
go.
I sponsor are Bearded Death.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Heck yeah.
It was
Oh
going
my
to be
gosh.
something like that.
So, I mean, any boy really, at one point in time has a wrestling dream, wrestling name, everything. I could roll off my intro, my finisher, everything. We are going to talk about what what's your wrestler name and everything that, on further um, Suplex Syndicate shows. So be prepared for that.
Right, right. Gotcha. So, well, without further ado, shall we get into? Let me see here. Where did I stash it? Actually, we should start off with probably SummerSlam, right? Is that where you want to start? You guys want to start off with?
Obviously, we're gonna have to. We're gonna skip the Raw and SmackDown that headed into SummerSlam that we weren't here for because SummerSlam, for the first time ever, was a two-nighter eventer. So, Dan the Destroyer.
Dan the
Okay,
Destroyer.
I like that.
So, night one started off with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed,
Right,
the tribal thief, if you will.
right,
Um,
right,
Great match all together. Roman Reigns took a spear to set up Jey Uso, finished the match with a super kick and an Uso splash on Reed.
right.
It really showed that Roman Reigns was there for his family.
Yeah,
He
I
did,
was gonna say him sacrificing himself.
yeah.
That showed a lot. Yeah, that really did. That was really cool. Yep.
And then we had the Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. We're not friends
Right,
versus the Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for the Women's Tag Team Championship.
right,
And after a shocking turn of events, because it looked like Charlotte Flair was about to hit Alexa Bliss,
right,
Alexa Bliss finished it with a Sister Abigail DDT and a big boot combo from Big Charlotte Flair. Let me get a
right.
woo!
Woo!
And they captured the Women's Tag Team Championship with that.
Right,
Um,
right,
they've tried to build Charlotte Flair into a babyface for years, and I think just by like 2 or 3 segments, Alexa Bliss turned the crowd.
right.
So I'm kind of here for it. I would like to see something darker, with the Queen
I,
aspect and everything.
I think the big question will be is how long is this team going to last, right? So it's cool that it happened and it's cool that they're doing their things, but the question's going to be is how long are they going to be able to stay together?
It's
That's
only
going to
a
be
matter of time before Charlotte Flair turns heel. But
right,
honestly, in my opinion, I think that they're going to turn Alexa Bliss heel against Charlotte Flair, make Charlotte Flair the big
right,
baby girl, and Alexa Bliss turn back into the darkness and all that stuff because
right,
um, everyone keeps thinking that she's going to sooner or later join the White Six. I honestly don't think that's happening. She did have an interview this week that why does she keep the Lily doll? And it's
right,
really just in memory of Wyndham
right.
Rotundum and the time
Yeah,
that she had with him.
right,
So we can't look too far into the storyline of, oh, she has the doll or she has the jacket. She lost a
right.
dear friend that, pushed the momentum of her career.
Sure.
Plus,
Uh,
she'll probably keep it around just to keep people guessing too.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
After this is the match that I was here for on night one: Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross. Uh,
Right.
we want Cross. I just want to say that out loud because everyone in the crowd has been saying it. Cross is a real life MMA fighter, great guy, humble. Just wrote a book.
Yep.
It's top seller right now. Um,
Right.
I've seen a few people posting up they got autographs, books that he just dropped. So
Yeah.
oh, I need to read it. I haven't read a biography or anything in a long time, so I would love to try to cop that. But back
Right.
to the wrestling. Karrion Cross, Sami Zayn. Charlotte did try to hand Sami Zayn the pipe that Karrion Cross has been beating him with for the last few weeks. and he resisted
Right.
the urge to use the pipe,
Right.
and instead he still won the match with an exploder suplex and a hell of a
Right.
kick. Why? Why? Can we talk about this for a second? Why?
Yeah, I gotta say something. I am so sick and tired of Sami Zayn. I really am.
You said
I'm
it.
tired of him. I kind of understand why they had the match end that way because I guess Karrion Kross was trying to push Sami Zayn to do that, and if Sami Zayn would have used the pipe, it would have confirmed to everybody that yeah, there is a dark Sami there. So I mean, Karrion, I guess, was kind of finishing up the story, that story. But my thing is this: is like they need to do so. They need to let Karrion Kross do more because it's prime time for him. He's ready. He's put in the work. Let him do it, man. Yeah,
I think that okay. So first of all, Karrion Cross is always going after somebody, and then they turn heel.
right.
He failed at AJ Styles, and he failed at Sami Zayn. They need to circle back and really turn these guys back into the heels that they are because I couldn't stand AJ Styles as a heel. Oh, everybody's rocking that bearded death, baby.
That's
Except
right.
me. I'm not even wearing it myself.
You got it in the
Got it in the
background.
back.
I'm cross promoting. It's that's what we do.
Right, right.
But Sami Zayn, I liked him in the Bloodline. He brought the humor.
Sure.
It kind of snapped into Roman Reigns' "I'm so serious, I'm the best" thing that it
Right,
really flowed, right? But
right.
now, like, why do they keep Sami winning? Like, he's
I don't
not
know.
championship material.
No.
He's he's
I used
won.
to like him back in the when him and Kevin Owens were a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
That was really
yeah.
fun. That was fun to watch because they had good chemistry because they knew each other for a long
Right,
time. When they were
right,
I
together,
think
it was really good.
I think the only reason I still like him is because he has such a great beard. I mean, but he did shave it at one point in time and do all
right,
that. So if they do
right,
that again, cool. I don't have to like the guy. But
right.
Cross was just put on the alumni page on WWE. His contract ended today.
Well,
So
he's getting re-signed. There's no way they're not going to keep him signed on there because
okay, but sign him and then send him up the ladder. It's time
yeah,
for like we. I thought I was getting a cross championship when he came from NXT because he
right.
dominated NXT.
I'll tell you what, fellas, if we
Mikey,
can, I'm going to I've got something I need to show. I'm gonna go get it. We're gonna unbox it really quick and then we'll go back into the show. So give me
Okay.
2 seconds to go grab it. And
So while
shit,
we're
you
here,
couldn't even finish his sentence.
right, we've got the finest mixed breed, the short little guy with the Riz that's not winning a Buckeye belt from this guy.
Man, there's a competition.
I'm bringing that swagger, baby. You don't
I
even know
seen,
what
I
I'm
seen,
coming.
I seen the belt that Mike from Hemp Wizard was posting. And it looks good.
hmm And we got Hemp Wizard. Sorry, I smoked a little bit of hemp. Can't talk. Um, thank you all for coming on to Suplex Syndicate. This is where we air the commercial break. I guess I'll do some more reps trying to get into it with Dan.
Get into it, man. You got horrible form, man.
I do. Okay, okay. Let me form it. Let me form it up. Okay, let me form it up.
Let's talk about where you got that awesome jersey from.
Well, when I was at Worlds, I got to meet Tactical Sanadino and the Bearded Chief,
Yeah.
Steve Bentos, for the first time in real life, and this is I think it's is it an XL or a 2S? Anyways, it wasn't gonna fit, Chief as big as he is, and he's like, "Hey, do you want a bearded death jersey?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah," and I put it on, and it fit like a glove, and I was like, "Okay, man," and we've been talking, so I was like, I definitely got to get into some bearded death, but I had to find the right scent. I had to find the right scent.
Well, we just dropped a new one yesterday. It's a collaboration. You like that segue? Just dropped a collaboration with Renegade Beer Club Indiana chapter. It's called Velvet Blue Mon. It was just dropped yesterday.
What's
see
the
that
scent on
label?
that? Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, this is a blueberry vanilla lemon. So it might be too sweet for you, but you never
No.
know.
I'm not a citrus guy. I'm not a vanilla guy. And as big as you are, I'm surprised that you rock so much vanilla, bro.
That is my favorite because it's pretty. It is. It's pretty neutral because I can add other things to it. You know what I mean?
Right,
So I don't have to
right.
straight up stay vanilla like most of the sex between the you guys have with your wives, vanilla. But we can excite it and make it a little better and have add a little more fun to it if we want.
So I just gotta let you guys were talking about coming to the Buckeye Beer Battle and winning belts, right? Well, I gotta let you know who you're dealing with. 30 Spray J and Mr. Riz. You're dealing with two belt Tactical Santa. Because Tactical Santa's got
Oh, here
this
we go.
belt. This
Wow.
No
belt.
way. No way.
I've seen this
No
in a
way.
movie.
I already have the belt.
Uh,
Wow.
oh, wow. I forgot. Yeah.
So Two Belt Tactical has got the belt. So I don't know if you and Finest Mixed
You
Breed
know,
got enough Riz or
you've got
Spray to
you've
come
got
get this.
the past. You've got old Rizzy with the present, and then you've got the future sensational 30 Spray J.
Well, as
So
John Cena said, if you want some, come get some.
That's nice.
Right? But
all
this
right.
belt is awesome. Hemp Wizard did want me to show it. Made by Jacked Up Leatherworks. So we got that
Damn,
on
that
the
is a
side.
nice belt.
Yeah,
That's
somebody's
sweet.
going
Authentic.
home. And we got that going.
I don't think I don't think it's gonna fit my waist.
I don't know, man. It looks like it goes really big, dude. Real big. So, but yeah, so this belt is fantastic. It is awesome.
Jacked up. It's coming with 30 Spray J.
It's gonna be a lot of good beards there.
It's not about the beards, brother. It's about the swag.
Like I said, Two Belt Tactical. Come get some, Jay. Come get some.
I am worried about top 10 Baker in the mix. I'll look over finest mixed breed. You know,
You, you know, there's a rumor going around that judges might be able to be in the competition this year.
I hope not. I hope not. Anyways,
Well, I really don't see a problem with that because you still got the other judges voting for whoever, right? So I mean,
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's fine. If it is Dan pulling the back wax straps, if it is Dan, I just want you to know that this guy down here said you smell a little funny. Dino said he's like, man, every time I see Dan, he has this odor about him. So if you want to rip it a little bit harder,
damn.
Dan already knows that I'm his boy. We're good.
Well,
30
hey,
spray,
so
spray.
who's gonna be doing this wax job now?
Oh, so rumor is that it may be you and Chief pulling the wax.
I was thinking it's gonna be one of us to make it more interesting.
Oh,
there you go.
Is it
yeah,
Melissa from Copper
He,
Johns? I thought Melissa from
he,
Copper Johns was gonna be an option.
right. Yeah.
no,
Well, I know.
he,
She was going to be, but you know what? It's not kid friendly, and they got to bring their kids, and it would
Yeah.
be yeah. If anything, just beat up whoever wins the belt and take it home.
That's not fair. Yo,
Oh
it's
I'm a
not
lover, not a
fair.
fighter. Don't you know?
Oh,
oh man.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But anyway, I
So,
just want to show the belt off while the wizard was here. That belt
wow.
is fantastic. Awesome job,
That's
jacked
awesome.
up. You know, it,
Way to put way to
I got
put
to
it on the
protect this
table.
thing until it gets to Buckeye. I hope I remember to bring it.
Maybe it's gonna be like the 24/7 title, and people just pop up and take it from you.
Oh man, you never
You'll,
know.
you'll hear a ring in the doorbell at 3 a.m. It'll be me, and I'll just be like, bah! Take that shit.
Right. Oh shit, that would be funny. All righty,
That would be
back
funny if you did that up until the day of the event. If you did a 24/7 up until the day of it,
just remember, I've always got Glock perfection guarding me,
I
fellas.
wouldn't
See,
fuck with you.
I'm like, I could stunner the guy, but then he might just end me with a real stunner, you know. So
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the special guest judge that they got at Buckeye Beer Battle. Yeah, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. There's
all
I
right,
forget his name.
so
But anyway, go ahead, Jay. Let's get back on track.
real quick though, I think it's 26 days until Buckeye. Is it
Yeah,
26?
20.
We're getting close again, brother.
Yeah,
We're
we're
getting
getting
close.
close. We're getting really close.
All
Right,
right, so after the Sami Zayn and Karrion Cross, Tiffany Stratton retained her women's championship over Jade Cargill, countering
right,
a middle rope Jaded into a prettiest moonsault ever.
right,
I just want to say, and we talked on the phone right after the match, the next day.
right,
This
right.
was the smoothest real wrestler of Jade Cargill that we have seen since she has come from AEW over to WWE.
No, no, here's a question I have about that, because we're on the same line about this. So let me ask you this. I went back and watched Jade Cargill matches in AEW. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, she wasn't going up against really high caliber
The
women.
fifth.
Okay. Um, but she wasn't clumsy in the ring. She didn't have all this weird like awkwardness happening in the ring, right? I'm almost wondering if they've been having Jade sandbag this whole time, because
Ooh,
you can't go from
right,
making mistakes and then a
right, right,
week
right.
later, I mean, you're just making mistakes, you're clumsy, awkward, everybody's got to carry you, and in 1 week now you're just everything just clicks, right? I mean, I've never done it per se, wrestled professionally, but I don't think you can go from having all these problems to the next week, oh my gosh, you're fantastic.
Something like that seems very intentional. Otherwise, unless they were gone for like 6 months and went to like a,
Right,
went back to training for 6 months and then came back like that,
right,
you
right.
know.
And that's why I almost wonder if they were. So here's the thing. I mean, you have to look at the way that corporate's going to look at Tiffany Stratton right now, right? She is a hot blonde who is kind of, to me, she's kind of like Trish Stratus 2.0, right? And I think they're letting her ride that for a little bit longer because she's getting people to watch, right?
She's
Um,
money.
she's money. I think the big thing that they need to do is isn't the draft coming up soon, Jay? Isn't the draft? I think they need to get Jade Cargill over onto Monday night, and they needs to be this just battle. They just need to all go after each other. Bianca, Naomi, and Jade just need to have a bunch of drag out fights. You know what I'm saying? Get it out there because in SmackDown, it's
Yeah,
going to be Tiffy. It's going to be Tiffy time for a while in SmackDown.
I think, yeah, I want to say that Tiffany Stratton is probably the next Trish Stratus of her
Right,
time.
right,
They didn't think that Trish Stratus was going to be as dominant as she was at the
right,
time. Of course, she
right,
had the figure, the the melons, and everything, but
right,
she could really wrestle. Now, Tiffany Stratton, she's got the looks. She's
right,
got the prettiest moonsault ever. I think they're gonna ride that rail
right,
for a little bit longer. But
right,
I think I think it's time that they really start really linking into Jade Cargill being the next champion. If that's how she wrestled on SummerSlam night, I will take a Jade Cargill champion.
right, right.
If that's how she wrestled.
Right. I think there's two possibilities that are going to happen. One, they can't leave her in SmackDown because it's going to be stagnant. There's really nobody there for her to wrestle. She's beat up everybody. Okay. She's just done with that. You either send her down to NXT and let her demolish people and make her an NXT champion for a little bit to maybe gain some you know, some respect there, or you move her to Monday Night Raw and have her do some stuff there. Because if she sits at SmackDown, it's going to be stagnant. They're going to waste her.
But I mean, it's the same 4 or 5 women on Raw going for the title.
Right.
And if she has to wrestle Usaga again, Saka,
Asuka.
Asuka, whatever, I think that that's really going to show. Okay, did she sandbag or did she not? Because
Right.
if she can't work with everybody, I'm right back to the take her to NXT. Bye bye.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think that, like I said, I have a sneaky suspicion.
Bye, Jack. Thanks for coming in.
I have a sneaky suspicion that this whole time they've had her sandbagged. I really
I hope
do.
so. I hope
Because when
so.
you go back and watch on YouTube, watch some of her matches in AEW, and she didn't have these problems.
Mhm. Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so next up in the tag action, we had Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus the famous son of a sinner, #1 Grammy winner, Jelly Roll, and Randy Orton. You can
Right.
say what you want about Jelly Roll. I've been listening to the guy for 20 plus years.
Sure.
He did, and he did mention that he wanted to be a wrestler when he was younger as well.
He did.
And
Right. Right.
he actually started his weight loss journey when he performed at WrestleMania. He's like, how
Right.
much do I got to lose to be a part of
Right.
an event?
Right.
And he weighed in as he walked down the ramp at 299, the
Right.
smallest he's been since 5th grade. And I
He's dead
remember,
serious. He's dead serious, and
Yeah.
he's dropping that weight. It's very cool.
Right. You know,
very
I mean,
cool.
some people have ripped on it, like, "Oh, Jelly Roll this, why isn't there?" But you know what? I mean, and when you look at the
He
big
don't have
picture,
to do this shit. He's got
right,
tons of money. He don't got to
right,
be here.
He ain't
right.
got
But my
to.
thing is this: is WWE is entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So let him entertain. I mean, there are probably a lot of people who are like, "Okay, this was the bathroom match, whatever." But to me, I watched it. I had fun because here's the thing: it was fun. I think Jelly
Hmm.
Roll got into it. I think they did a good job. Um, Would I ever take Jelly Roll serious as like an up and comer who's going to go for the WWE title? Of
No.
course not.
No,
But for what
no.
he did and what he's been doing, I have no problem with it. Let the guy have fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. Let him do it. You know what I mean? I have no problem with it.
It's another Bunny moment.
Sure.
Bad Bunny running his house, and they were smart to use Jelly Roll and to
Right.
really, it
Right.
also promotes mental health and health
Sure.
fitness because I
Does.
Right.
Yeah.
never, as a fan, as Jelly Roll from back when he freestyled for 20 minutes and he was over 400 pounds, I
Right.
never thought I would see a Jelly
He
Roll
used to. He
this
used to be
small.
a street thug trap rapper before he got into country music.
Right.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Real fans
But I think
know
it's awesome.
Jelly Roll can do it.
Right.
But how it ended, I was honestly shocked. I really thought that they would give the win to the baby faces of Jelly Roll and Randy Orton, but
Sure.
uh, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre won it with Paul landing a frog splash through the announce table, um, and then got the I think it was the Claymore on one of them.
Right. Right.
So I think that it's not the end of Jelly Roll
I
in
don't
the
think so either.
WWE.
Right.
I would like to see Randy Orton stop all this mid carding, or then stop mid carding Randy Orton and really put him on
Well,
another reign.
I think what's going to happen is so here's the biggest problem we have in WWE right now when you speak Randy Orton and mid carding and stuff like that, right? The big problem we have right now is we have the Cena problem. Okay, the Cena problem is he takes presence no matter what until December, right? So everything else is kind of like back burner, right? Because they are doing so much to build up this John Cena farewell that I think in some cases they don't know what to do with Randy Orton because really Randy should have beaten him for the title, right?
Hmm.
He should be champion,
Hmm.
but they couldn't have that happen. And you never know.
Hmm.
Maybe his last match is Randy Orton and Randy Orton, shines. But there's a lot of problems right now.
If they're gonna end Cena the way they are, and don't get me wrong, Cena was the face that and
Sure,
carried the company for such a long time. You know, he
sure,
did go to Vince and say, "I'm your guy. I'm gonna do it."
right,
Randy Orton is right there. Like
sure,
as far as my generation, Randy Orton and John Cena are neck and neck. I
right,
would love to see a 16-time Randy Orton. I would love to
right.
see a 17-time Randy Orton and John Cena retire with the 18. Maybe
Right.
that's gonna happen.
See, and that's the thing is when you look at all this, um, time is not on anybody's side, especially with John Cena or Randy Orton, right? Because they're getting older, they've got injuries. So if stuff's gonna happen, they gotta start pushing this agenda quicker than later, right? Um, they gotta get it out there. I could
Time out,
see.
time out, time out.
Mm,
If Dan shows up picking up mixed breed with a baby on board sticker, I
we
swear,
need wait a minute. We need video or it didn't happen. We gotta see video or
yeah.
pictures. Videos or
He's
pictures.
riding out with us, so I might put that sticker on the car just to keep people safe. Booster seat and all.
Oh boy.
Oh
Robert knows I love
Lord,
him. I ain't
Lord.
gonna do that to
Right,
him.
The
right.
chat is popping tonight. Thank you
Yes,
guys
it
for
is.
coming into the Suplex Syndicate.
Right.
Oh man, I will probably piss myself if I saw that video of baby on board. And it's got to have the
Right.
little bearded death skull with horns on it too.
That's almost like if it happens, that's almost like that needs to be like a Beard Death collab called Baby on Board. Just
Baby
Yeah.
on board.
Baby
You
on
mean
board or
with bearded death and finest?
yeah, something like that, or booster seat, one of the two. That would be hilarious.
Get a video of him jumping in.
What was that movie? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, twins.
Yeah,
Let's do
Twins,
twins.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
twins.
There we
Oh
go.
my gosh. All right.
Here we go. I'm using a step ladder and a booster seat.
There you go.
I'm sure Dan's probably got a big. I don't know because I've seen a lot of big guys drive Priuses. So do you drive a Prius, Dan?
I got a Kia Telluride.
Oh,
SUV.
okay.
That's it.
Right,
Yeah,
All right.
it
All
works.
right.
right. So that finished up night one, didn't it? That was the
No,
finish.
no.
I can't
Hold on,
Daggone
remember.
it.
sir. Daggone it. We had CM Punk versus Gunther.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
That
Yep.
was it was a match. The only thing the CM Punk is as straight edge as he is, man, that man will sweat his match out.
Yeah.
Looking like he is hung
What is up with
over.
everybody wanting to jump on my back?
Got a big back.
Right.
Now I'm
Um,
carrying. Now I'm carrying you, and I'm carrying finest around.
but you can hold Finest like a baby in your arms, okay? Like I'll be on the back because I'm 6'1". That guy's like I don't know 3'10".
Just
No,
remember, Dan, if you're the one pulling the strips, I never told you that you have to put anybody on your back. See, all
I'll
these
be
guys.
nice to you. I'll
I
be nice.
just want a piggyback ride. I asked nicely.
Right.
I think it's going to be comical if it is me and Chief waxing your back. I do.
Oh man.
Uh,
Right.
I got this little call coming in. I don't know if I'm going. Anyways,
I'm
so
Back, back,
match,
back on topic.
Mhm.
great match with Gunther and CM Punk, and
Right.
shocking turn of events. CM Punk did beat the Ring General
Right.
Gunther. Man
Right.
was emotional. It was the first time he's held a title in WWE in over 10 years.
Right.
Crying, holding that belt like Dan's gonna hold finest at the Buckeye. And who's the music pops and the revolutionary, the visionary
Right.
Seth Rollins hobbles in on some crutches.
Right.
Now, I'm thinking he's saying, "All right, you got your title. As soon as I'm healed up,
Right.
coming for you, buddy."
Yep.
But when Paul Heyman moved over to the side and he wasn't walking back in with Rollins,
Yep.
I knew he
Right.
dropped those crutches. He ran in, beat the hell out of CM Punk with that Money in the Bank
Right.
briefcase, like he was going through a divorce, and stole that title. It is now the quickest amount of time that someone in the modern day WWE has held that title, and everybody was here for it. Drew McIntyre was against it. CM Punk, and this is what's great about this feud going forward, is CM Punk is he does not like, or Seth Rollins does not like CM Punk.
Not at all.
They,
Not in real life, and not
Right.
kayfabe.
Right.
the great thing about Seth Rollins is he can still wrestle and keep someone safe no matter how much he does not like that person.
Keeps it
Right.
professional. Yep.
Right.
But yes, exactly. But this feud going in is going to be very epic. I can't wait for it. I think eventually we're gonna get another finish the story, not Cody Rhodes, but CM Punk now. I think
Well,
eventually.
the problem
But
is you have a third wheel to this. So you have Seth Rollins, you have CM Punk, and you have Roman Reigns. There's three wheels to this because you don't think for a minute that Roman Reigns isn't going for the championship.
but okay, so Roman Reigns' championship technically is the one that Cody's holding.
Yeah, but he's on Monday night. That means he's
But
on
now he's
Monday
on
night.
Monday night. So
Yes.
I mean I'm here for it. I'm here to
Right.
see a Roman Reigns in the mix with it.
Just
I'm here
just
for it.
my personal thing. I'm not a CM Punk fan, so I'd rather
Nope.
have Roman Reigns. I mean,
I'm
I'm
not a
just
From
CM
the
Punk fan either. I'm really
yeah,
not.
I'm from the Chicagoland area.
You
right.
got
I
to be a CM Punk fan if you're out there.
no. See, the thing about CM Punk is, sure he said his sorries and he's a decent wrestler,
Right.
but you said a lot of shit about WWE in the time that you were gone.
Right.
Now that it's a little bit different with Paul and Triple H and everything, sure, but you just can't say that's like going back to your ex, buddy. You can't say she was psychotic and everything, but then marry her in 3 years.
Yeah, but you know what? The ex let him back. So he's
Right.
here. Hey, he's
Well,
here.
well, to be fair though, too, the X is run by a different set of people.
Sure.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but my thing with Punk is I never really liked his gimmick. I didn't like him when he was out. I didn't like him, I've never enjoyed his character, and I think the problem is there's only one person who's best in the world from Chicago, and that's Michael Jordan anyway. So he's not even
That's a fact.
he's not even in that
Facts.
territory. Yep,
Right.
right. But
So
I think we
that's
all kind of knew. I think we all kind of knew that Seth was cashing
Seth
in soon
Rollins. Oh
anyway.
yeah. The thing that got me was when I saw the video of him taking his daughter to school, and I'm like, all right, maybe he is injured.
I can drink two
Maybe
though.
he,
I'll drink two beers.
maybe he is injured, but he did play that. And you know what? The thing that upsets me about this whole thing is how much more they buried LA Knight. They're gonna, obviously keep keep that in him in the little mix of it too. So that you got
Right.
Roman Reigns, you got Seth Rollins, you got CM Punk. I think you got to throw LA Knight in there too. He was close. He's been close.
Right.
The
He,
crowd loves him.
What happened to that guy's push? He was going. They had
yeah.
like they say a rocket pack strapped to his back for a while there, and he was
Right.
soaring and he was going all the way, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Right. Right.
The crowd says we want Cross. They bring back Brock.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the thing about
Well.
right now
The crowd's been
in modern day,
the crowd's been wanting Brock too. Don't make no mistake. The crowd's been
true,
wanting Brock
true,
too. Yeah.
true. But the thing about today's wrestling with Triple H is they're going
Right.
back to the long storytelling.
Right.
So if we're mad about what's happening right now, let's see where it's at in 6 months.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You
Yeah.
know,
So that did conclude night one though. That was
yes,
into night one. Then we go into night
yes.
two. Night
Night
two.
two started with Naomi.
Yeah.
And triple threat match against Rhea Ripley and
Right.
Io Sky. Great match. Great
Great
match for
match.
the ladies. You know, the ladies always put on
Right.
a hell of a show.
They do. They do. And I'll tell
Uh,
you, I was not surprised about Naomi winning. I was not.
no, no.
Her new
Skyrocketed
her
her
new
to the moon.
focus. Her new
Yes.
focus and the way she's doing things, I think it's a great push by her doing that. I dig the character. Um,
When they brought her daddy
yeah, playing the
to
guitar.
the playing the guitar, I knew that she was still gonna win it, which was
Mhm.
great. She looks good. She's healthy for right
Right,
now.
right.
And you know, she had to relinquish the last time she had a title for an
Right.
injury. So give her the time. I wouldn't mind seeing Naomi hold it for a year
Sure.
because they need to finish off these little storylines with Rhea and Io and all
Right,
these other little women.
right,
Um, she did pin Ripley,
right,
so I think the next big storyline is Rhea versus Naomi
right,
1-on-1 because Rhea has not beaten Io Sky.
right. At some point, now here's the thing. At that match, I thought for sure that Bianca Belair was going to come out and
You
help her.
know, we keep thinking this and it hasn't happened.
The signs are
So
there, though. The signs are there that she's going to turn heel. The signs are there.
true, true. Okay, so here's the thing with Bianca. She had surgery on whatever finger she had broken, and
Right,
it's not healing correctly. It's straight and it won't bend.
right, right,
So she can't come back until that
right,
finger re-breaks and they fix it.
right,
So
right.
um so what happened next was the TLC match with all the tag teams
Yeah, that
for
was crazy.
for the Wyatt Sixes titles. We had DIY,
Right. Motor City
Young
Machine
Bucks.
Guns. Yep.
Or yeah, I'm sorry,
Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns.
You had uh the two from NXT. Yep.
Yeah,
And then you had it's bad. I can't remember all of them. But yeah, you had the luchadors. The luchadors that were there.
Luchador.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yep.
I seen that they're pushing the AAA guys now from Mexico,
Yeah, they're
and
yeah,
pushing
I've
a
seen
little
the
bit of
matches
that.
ain't so good either.
they're
Yeah.
trying to slide them in here and there.
Right.
They're taking WWE over there. They're trying to
Right.
they're trying to
I know why they
roll.
bought that, and to move into that territory over there. But
Sure.
I seen
Sure.
I seen the first match that they did, with the AAA guys, that it wasn't that
Yeah.
great,
Right.
and that's not their fault. Everybody has an off day. It just happened to be
Right.
that first time.
Right.
Well, the thing about it is, if you Suplex Syndicate, you know that my boys, the Wyatt Six, did
Yeah.
retain the
Yeah.
title.
That match was
Um,
very exciting. There was a lot happening in that ladder match. There was a lot going on.
did you
Very.
have a lot of jaw dropping moments
Yeah,
like I did?
there was a lot of crazy moments in that one.
Uh, Johnny Gargano's wife,
Wife.
you know,
Yeah.
went over the top ropes on that ladder and
Right.
broke a ladder. I don't care if it's aluminum or not. We're not going
Right.
to speak on the real and the fake of it. No matter how fake you think wrestling is, those spots still hurt.
Right.
Yep.
And to go through a ladder, aluminum or not, that
Yep.
had to hurt. And she's got
That's
This
the
legit.
right. And this table ladder it was the first time, or I think it's the first time I've seen so much outside interference from people not involved. I mean, there
yeah.
were so many people that weren't involved in the match that were in the match. It was pretty cool, but I mean, no disqualifications anyway, right? But there were so many outsiders coming in there and just getting involved. It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
But what it did was it opened up the doors to show that Eric
Right.
Rollins can wrestle,
Yep.
can take a bump. It
Sure.
showed that Uncle Howdy is not just a mouthpiece of the Wyatt
Right.
Six. He had a few spots in that match too,
Sure.
so that was great.
Right.
Um, I'm here. Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis
Right.
are a great tag team together. whether
Right.
it's the White Six or not, I'm not trying to ride the back of the White Six, just bearded death, but um, they are a great tag team together, and I can't wait to see what's going on in the future with them.
Right. Right.
The
Then what
next
we
big
have?
one,
Mm-hmm.
the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob
Yep.
Fatu versus Solo Sokola in a steel cage match for the
Right.
United States Championship.
Right.
It was a great match altogether. I
Mhm.
think that Solo has really come into being a main roster guy. He can really
Right.
hold his own.
Right.
They did wrestle great together. They've been wrestling with each other for years and years and years.
Sure.
The thing that got me, I knew there was going to be interference, of course, from MFT, and
Right.
there was. And Solo was able to escape the steel cage match
Right.
and win.
Right.
Now, that wasn't the end of it. Jacob Fatu did jump up on the ropes, jump up on the cage, and take out all of MFT while Solo ran for the hills with his tail behind his legs.
Sure. Sure.
What that does, and everyone's like, why did you let Jacob Fatu lose? What that did was open up the doors for him to be in the heavyweight title talk.
Right. Right. For
So
sure. And that I think that's a good thing because I would like to see Fatu and Cody Rhodes, and yeah, I would love to see that match.
listen, the next match,
Hi, Melissa.
dude, from my childhood, this really brought back some nostalgia. All right, we had Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles.
Yep.
AJ Styles came out with a lowrider, some
Yep.
Styles Heat T-shirt in honor of the late great Eddie Guerrero,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole match you could tell that both were playing off of Eddie's gimmicks.
Right.
And to go, they did I hit him with the chair, he hit me with the chair, we both passed out moments. It was great things. Can't keep going on about that, but Dominic Mysterio did get his boot loose, and AJ got wrapped up in it, and then he hits AJ with the boot like Eddie Guerrero would do back in the day, and wins the title from AJ. I
Right.
think what that did was just boost Dominic Mysterio's ability even more in the roster of WWE. He's not just Rey Mysterio's kid; he can hold his
Right.
own against him.
Right. No, I think it went good. And here's the thing, right? AJ Styles, his time is coming to an end. He said it. So I think he had fun. I think my favorite part of that match was when Dominic made the noise with the chair, threw it to AJ Styles because he was pulling lie Steve your shield. He was pulling the Eddie Guerrero, and then AJ was quick enough to put it on his head, lay down, act like, Dominic was the one that hit him with it. I thought that was classic and cool. That was classic Eddie Guerrero, but I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a good match. And yeah, it did cement, Dominic Mysterio a little bit more. Yep.
Younger guys
Uh,
don't realize that when AJ Styles came to WWE, he was
Yep.
already pretty much halfway through his career. He's
Yes.
been
right,
around for a very long time prior to
right.
that.
He has
Yeah.
been through a lot of the companies,
Right.
Yes.
and has shined in all those companies, brought light on all those companies as well.
He was amazing in everything he's ever touched.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, I was actually really surprised when he came to WWE because he kind of reminded me of the Sting of TNA, right? He
Yeah.
was the franchise guy. He was TNA. He was there for the longest time. I'm like, no way. When he showed up, I'm like, my gosh, But I think it was a
Yeah.
good move for him. But it was all he's awesome wherever he's been. He's been phenomenal everywhere he's been. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So to end night two, we had the street fight main event: Cody Rhodes versus the 17, the last real champion, John Cena.
17, never seen.
17, never seen.
That's right.
It was a great match between the two. I
Right.
really, John Cena did all the old John Cena bumps. He came out
Right.
to the old music even. He did the
Yeah.
"Let's Go to Work." You know,
Right.
it was 9-year-old 30 Spray J looking there like that's my hero. There he
Right.
goes. Loved it. But as weird as it was, utilizing all the brutal weapons, Cody Rhodes uh, uh, through a table beats the 17-time champion, the last
Right.
real champion, John Cena.
Right.
My jaw was dropped. It's I mean I had to rewind it. I had to catch up. You know, everyone else had finished it before I did. I had to stay off social media. It was 11 o'clock at night. My jaw was dropped. I did not think that John Cena was going to lose this title before his retirement, especially to the likes of Cody Rhodes.
Right.
I gotta say it. You know, all these Cody crybabies. They want the Cody. They want the Cody Rhodes. The story's already finished. The book's already closed. Give me a new Cody Rhodes. Hey,
Right.
what's that?
You know,
Um,
and who's to say though? Who's to say that he still can't do a heel turn?
I don't think. You know what? I think they're trying to push it where he doesn't. Oh, that's not in my morale, and I'm a good guy at heart. I think eventually we are going to see it. Um,
Right.
but
I think he's got plenty of time to still do a heel turn,
yeah,
and then Cena's got to
Cena's
leave on a
already.
good term, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cena's going to leave on a good
He's not
time.
going to leave
But
on some lame shit. He's going to leave on a good term, right?
Right.
well, let's let's talk about the topic that everyone is really talking about on social media this week. Cody Rhodes and John Cena, they hug it out. It seems like he passes the torch. He gives him, you know, the arm raise. Cody Rhodes, the champion, doesn't get the final in the ring moment. He leaves. John Cena's there. He takes his bow. It's the last SummerSlam of John Cena. So we're like, okay, we're getting, you know, farewell, John
Right.
Cena, bye. The cameraman's crying. Everyone's crying about John Cena. And what do we hear? Dun, dun, dun. Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, is back
Yeah.
in WWE, baby.
And I'll tell you what, not only is he back, but he is looking big. He is looking
Oh,
big.
He's back.
all
He's
right.
back on the
Oh,
gear.
Yeah,
all
he's
right.
looking big. He is looking big.
Who you got?
That's not the broccoli and chicken and
No,
No,
rice diet.
I would say
no. That is some.
he was looking all of
Yeah,
320 pounds.
yeah,
He
he's
is
Oh
big.
yeah.
big. He's big. He's
Oh
big
yeah.
now. Yeah.
You think you got to run for money there, Dan? You think you could?
I wouldn't mess with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, no, sir.
Nope.
Hey, like I said, I'm a lover.
So
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
you got Brock Lesnar coming back in you know, the standard Brock Lesnar cowboy look. He got a little bit longer hair. He did do my sister's ponytail in the top and let the bottom fall. I didn't like that. Let it flow, baby. Let it flow. But he did rock the beard. I love bearded Brock Lesnar. No diddy on that. And John Cena was shocked, you
Yeah.
know, because that was the climb for John Cena. That was John Cena took out Brock Lesnar to really rocket into WWE. You know, the AA, which used to be called the FU,
That was
Right.
the
was
Thugonomics John Cena era
Yeah.
back then
Yeah.
when Brock Lesnar
yes,
was
yes.
hitting him.
So and then you
But
know,
you gotta remember last time him and Brock saw each other, I think Brock took him to Suplex City like 28 times.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, because what uh, Brock had just beat the Undertaker,
Right.
and they, you know, John Cena said, "I can't, you can't, I can't beat you. You just beat the greatest, the immortal. So you're gonna suplex me 27 million times. So let's see if John Cena can really finish off Brock Lesnar before he ends.
You know,
Gentlemen, I'll be right back. I got to plug in. I
yeah,
got to get my charger.
yeah.
Mhm.
Here's my thing. You look at John Cena and you look at Brock. Um, I'm sure every John Cena fan out there who's a hardcore John Cena fan would love to see John Cena beat Brock. I just,
I don't
I
see
hope
it
not.
anymore.
I hope not because I don't want to see him job to Cena. You know what I'm
Let
saying?
me let me take off my glasses for a second.
Hmm?
John Cena in his prime, swole, rocked out John Cena, there was a chance.
Right.
50-year-old actor, peacemaker John Cena, I
Right.
don't see it.
No.
Now, do they have John Cena? Like, do they make this into a losing streak with John Cena? Because, he was winning all of a sudden. Okay, he won champion,
Right.
he showed his
Right.
soul. Do we go back
Right.
to losing John Cena for the
Well,
remainder of the matches?
here's what we'll see. If he loses to Logan Paul in Paris, then we kind of know what we're expecting because if he loses to Logan Paul in Paris, then there should be no reason or chance that he can beat Brock Lesnar. But here's my thing, my little spin on that. Um, do we really know for sure that the Logan Paul Cena match is going to happen in Paris? Because the rumor has it that Brock Lesnar is going to attack John Cena this Friday night. And if he does, maybe that match gets changed for Paris. Maybe it's going to be Brock and him in Paris. Because there's so much heat right now with that. Waiting for this match doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a good idea. You know what I mean?
No, I would love to see, um, I would love to see Brock Lesnar take out Logan Paul because Logan
Yeah.
Paul likes to mouth off. So let
Right.
Logan Paul mouth off to a real one like Brock Lesnar and get
Oh,
F5.
well,
Oh,
I think he learned his lesson in the Elimination Chamber. Remember that year where Brock and him were in that, and Brock
yeah,
pretty much beat him down pretty good. So
yeah.
I think Logan learned his lesson about mouthing off to the beast.
I don't know. Logan Paul has a mouth on him. It's how they're going to write it, whatever. I would love to see him take out Logan Paul just so that he could have John Cena at Clash of Paris.
Right, right. Maybe that happens. Maybe Brock doesn't go and attack Cena. Maybe he just cripples Logan and then goes, "Hey,
Yeah,
he can't wrestle, so I'm taking the spot."
yep, yep,
I mean, I'm all for that because I really don't. I'm really not interested in seeing a John Cena Logan Paul match.
nope.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know. Is it because it's our generation? Is it because we're old school wrestling fans? Because it's
Oh,
like,
my biggest thing with this, I have nothing against Logan Paul. I'm not that guy that's going to say he hasn't, been around. He's not a rep, but I don't think he's earned the privilege of wrestling John Cena on a farewell tour, right? I think there's better caliber matches that John Cena can have than going against Logan Paul. That's
right,
just my. That's just
right.
my. You
Well,
know.
I mean, like, you're gonna fill in the remaining days, and it's limited days of John Cena. You're gonna put in Logan Paul when we could have had a John Cena and Roman Reigns. We're never gonna
Right.
get. We,
Right.
you know, I got to give it up to Logan Paul. He is a
Sure.
natural athlete. He
Sure.
can run the ropes with some of the
Right.
best out there.
Right.
I just he's a heel to me, whether he's in wrestling or he's on YouTube. He
Sure.
he is a mouthpiece, and it
Sure.
seems like in 2025 it's all about the troll.
Right.
In our community we have trolls,
Right.
and the wrestling community we have trolls,
Well,
and it it sells tickets.
it's
It,
interesting
it,
too that they've got him and McIntyre kind of teaming up together, right? What's happening, Mr. Armour? My thing with McIntyre is this is they've got to do something with him because it's getting stale too with him.
it's the
Yeah,
crybaby McIntyre.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, if he brings up COVID title reign McIntyre
One
one more
one
time,
more time. Yep.
I could just flip the channel. I'd rather go watch, TNA
Right.
and, everything. But this does bring us into this week's Monday and SmackDown real quick.
Right.
Seth Rollins did open up Raw and mention that his faction has a name and it's called The Vision,
Yeah.
um, which is
Sure.
great. LA Knight did come out and challenge him for a match
Right.
on Raw after Seth Rollins did all this "I'm injured" BS. We knew
Right.
it wasn't going to end well. It did end with a DQ when CM Punk did come out,
Right.
attacking Seth Rollins.
Right.
Uh, a major brawl ensued, but Roman Reigns returned briefly, taking
Right.
out Rollins, Breaker, and Reed. There was
Right.
some heat between Roman and CM Punk. CM Punk
Right.
was like, "Are you ever going to show up on time?" And Roman Reigns was like, "Who the hell are you talking to? Like, I didn't come out here
Right.
for you. I don't care
Right.
about you."
Right. Right.
Um,
Exactly.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss retained the
And the
titles
birthday. Right.
for a rematch with Raquel and Roxanne, setting up
Right.
another rematch tension. I don't understand how we have rematches for tag teams, but we don't have rematches for heavyweight. Well,
Right.
we'll continue on. Nikki Bell,
Yep.
old school Nikki Bell, confronted the Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Um, I did love this promo. It brought up a
Yeah.
lot of personal things.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
Becky Lynch did, Nikki Bell said something about Seth Rollins, her husband, and she's like, "Don't talk about my hot husband. What about
Right.
your husband? Oh, you can't see him anymore."
Right.
That was great.
Right.
They get a little personal, but sometimes is it real? Is it real or is it kayfabe? I
Right.
think this one was kayfabe. I don't
Yeah.
think the Tiffany
Right.
Stratton and the Charlotte Flair was
I think what they
kayfabe.
saw is how the kind of heat that Tiffy and Charlotte had, and that was actually real. There was some realness to that. But I
I
think
did
that
love this promo. It brought up
yeah.
a lot of
Yep.
personal things. Sure. Becky Lynch did,
Yep.
uh,
We
Becky
got
Bell said something about
echo,
Seth
Dan.
Rollins, her husband. Okay. She's like, "Don't talk about my hot husband."
There we go. Can you hear us, Dan?
I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. My
No
phone
worries,
died.
Dan.
I had to grab my charger real quick.
We
Technical difficulties.
everybody was afraid that Skull Pile Dan was beating up Bearded Death Dan, so everybody was
No,
worried.
those guys are actually really cool together behind the scenes, but in public,
It reminds me of Morgan, what was it, Lawrence in Predators, where he's talking to himself. Like, yeah, I'll tell him.
yeah, but
Hey.
it's not like that. It's totally two different people. There was a point in time where people thought that I ran both Skull Pile and Bearded Death. You believe that? It's not the
Wow.
truth, though. There's another guy named Dan who runs Skull Pile. It's not me, though. That guy is a total asshole. He's savage as fuck. You know,
Right.
totally different person.
Right.
Um, Raw really didn't have that much. We had Sheamus versus
No.
Russo, which that match is building up for a mid card rivalry.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Penta versus Grayson Waller. Now, what pisses me off about this match is you got someone like Grayson Waller, great NXT wrestler, up and comer, but we can't get a cross heavyweight title run. Why are we keeping Grayson Waller around? Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee and AJ Styles appears post match to confront Mysterio. This is not a done deal for this
No.
rivalry, which is great.
No.
I think AJ Styles passing the torch to Dominic Mysterio really shows that Dominic Mysterio does not have to ride the coattails of Rey Mysterio.
Right. Right.
Dominic did have an interview this week, and he was asked, how do you feel about someone doing the 619? Because Io Sky did a 619 in the
Right.
match with Rhea, and he said, if your name's not Mysterio, don't use the 619. I love that little banter between them all.
You know the
Smack,
funny thing. I'm just gonna say something. It always cracks me up when wrestlers want to say that, right? But all these guys, how many people use the spear now? How many people use the super kick? How many people use this and this? I'm sorry, dude, but unless you got something unique, you know what I'm saying? It's a free for all for everybody. You
It's
know,
it's it's sad to me that the super kick has gone down as much as it has
right,
from Sweet Chin
right,
Music.
right.
So when you
Um,
guys say the super kick, you guys mean like Sweet Chin Music,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Shawn Michaels kick?
yeah,
yeah. Now they
Yeah.
do it. Now
so
you got guys that do it like 10
everyone
times,
does
and
it.
it
Sure.
doesn't stop them.
Mid match,
Yeah.
mid match, you can
Yeah,
take
it's
you can take seven Sweet Chin Musics
yeah,
and
yeah. You're good.
get up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was never a fan of the spear. I don't care about Goldberg and all that. It's just a tackle. I don't see how. Oh my gosh, it took somebody out.
you ever
It's
been hit
because
by a guy that weighs
you
300
got to do the
pounds?
vertical suplex and hold him there for a minute,
Right, right,
drop him. Then when he gets
it,
up, then hit the spear, and then
right.
it's legit.
I mean, the
Yeah,
spear. You got
yeah.
to look at the spear though too. I mean, you're talking guys are like some of the spears, and this is a
How
whole
many
different thing.
how many spears do you have right now in modern day wrestling? You got Edge.
Brock, you got
You got
the the
you
best one
got
out there. Was Braun Breaker spear.
you got Bond Breaker. You have
You know,
Bobby Lashley.
there was a lot of talk about Braun Breaker's spear because he was
Right,
pretty much doing the same thing as Braun Strowman, but he
right.
was half the size.
Yeah,
So they were saying like, how are you going to make this guy's spear look legit? Braun Strowman's doing the same
right,
thing because he's
right,
half the size of him, right?
right. You know the thing though is that if done by the right person, the spear is realistically can knock somebody out, right? When you got somebody who's powerful and who's big enough, they can knock them out. Like to me, I think the weak sauce out of them all was Edges. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this guy just doesn't pull it off, dude. He's not that guy that should be doing the spear, right? Roman Reigns is borderline pretty decent, but
I
you know,
don't like it for Jey Uso. I'll
yeah,
say it
I don't
right
like it
there.
for Jey Uso either.
I don't
No,
like it for Jey Uso.
but I'll
It's
tell you what, the reason it works for Braun Breaker is because of how fast he can go, how fast he
cool.
goes, and he can hit it.
Okay, hold on, Ray. What? Why do I
Keep
have to
trying
get
to pin me
screwed?
against you, bro.
Listen, for someone who's not coming to a beard competition, you
Hey,
just sit there
he can catch a
What's happening,
ride. He can
Chris?
catch a ride with me and Robert. You know,
and you need two car seats,
he can fit back there. He's small.
right? Friday Night SmackDown, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, they had a little bit of a thing between Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre.
Right,
They had to do a tag team match. I knew that was coming. They do that with the champions and the past champions every time.
right, right,
Um, they did win via DQ because Logan Paul low blowed John Cena.
right,
I love wrestling in the fact that you know things like this are coming
right,
because in real life, if you try to low blow me, I'm gonna kick you in your jaw.
right,
Especially being Logan Paul. McIntyre did smash Rhodes with the WWE title belt and bantered John Cena with a Claymore. Drew McIntyre did tell Cody Rhodes, "I did tell you I hope you won because I am coming for you."
right,
And I just hope that they don't make it crybaby Drew McIntyre and they actually have some kind of wrestling. I would love it for them to flip the scripts and really turn Cody Rhodes heel at this point because they need to figure out something to do with Drew McIntyre. Either
right,
I don't know what they can do with him anymore.
right,
I
right,
know he signed I know he signed the contract. I think he's in there for another year at least.
right,
But um, this whole and I don't mind the gimmick. I don't mind the Scottish Warrior kilt and sword and everything. Drew McIntyre. I'm tired of hearing how his title reigns are short and he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that. Write him some different material.
right.
That's pretty much. I mean, like After such a jaw-dropping SummerSlam, this week's
Right.
wrestling was kind of weak sauce about it. But
The
again,
cool
long storytelling.
the coolest thing that happened on SmackDown was when John Cena and R-Truth were in the back and they were memeing, and John
I
Cena was
seen
like,
that it kind of
"Man,"
like went back in time or
right?
something, right?
But it was funny because John
Yeah,
Cena was telling R-Truth, "Man, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. The last 6 months, you were kind of this and that, you know, but good to see you're back." Boom, and it was hilarious. To me, that was the best
but
part of SmackDown.
Well,
I love
they were
the
like
pro.
both. John Cena went back, and then
Right,
so did R-Truth back to
right,
their old ways, right?
right,
But
right.
does that kill off Ron Killings?
It did. I believe it did because his hero is here now. So his hero's back. They were doing. I mean, if that would have been Ron Killings, he wouldn't have done that meme stuff. But
Yeah.
when they did that, that was totally
According to
that
all the
cracked
social
me up.
media posts I seen,
Right.
R-Truth is back. The
Yeah.
real R-Truth,
Right.
the one we
Right.
all like.
Right.
I
Right.
love comical R Truth. I just think that they should finally give that man
He needs
the
some
kind of
respect. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
needs some respect on that name because
Right.
he has been around. The man does not age. He
He's been wrestling
Right.
for
wrestles.
80 years and still looks the same,
Right.
Wrestles for
Right.
right?
80 years and still wrestles like the
Ageless.
same.
Right.
Ageless. I don't care what they say about anybody being ageless. If they were going to say, "Oh, this one's immortal," it would be R Truth.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So,
You know, it's here's something else. What if R Truth retires when John Cena retires?
ooh, don't break my heart like that, buddy.
I mean, you
Don't.
got to think about. I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. You never know.
Right. Right. But
You
there's
never
so
know.
much cool stuff that we're gonna find. You know, um,
I'm curious to see how this year ends with WWE all the way up to WrestleMania. I mean, I know that we're not going to get John Cena up to WrestleMania, but
right.
I'm curious to see how the story's playing out and how it builds up for
Right.
the next year.
I'm telling you this though, I definitely think John Cena's last match. If I was gonna predict what his last match is gonna be now that he turned back babyface, um, there's got to be repercussions from the final loss. So I think that his last match will be at The Rock. Um, and I think he'll beat The Rock and retire on a high note.
Yeah,
So, yep.
I say that. Honestly, in my opinion, I wouldn't mind seeing a turnaround and him come back for that title. I would love to see him end it on 18. You know, 17 was, oh my gosh, he finally broke the record.
Right.
But
Right.
18 set the standard high for this next generation.
Well,
Well, maybe it might be some kind of twist too. Like they'll have him
right.
go against The Rock, so it has that nostalgia effect, right?
Right.
But he still passed the torch to somebody younger, like Cody Rhodes, right? Like
Right.
kind of there's some kind of interruption involved or whatever that he gets
Right.
to pass it to a younger guy. Either way, it ends on a high note because
Right.
it is not gonna end on
Right.
on a downer.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
I think, my thing is this is that if he wrestles Cody Rhodes and beats him and gets the championship back, right? Now you're flip flopping, and everybody's gonna be like, "Well, that was done so he could be 18 time." I think it. I don't think it's a good look. You know what I mean? I mean, he had the title, he won it, he lost to Cody. I think now he's just gonna go out on a high end. He's just gonna wrestle some people he wanted to, and I think he's gonna end on the Rock, and they're gonna have a great match. They're gonna set up that
I think
story. It's gonna be a
so.
great match, and that'll be it. But I'll tell you what, fellas, let's start winding down because Baker's coming on in 15 minutes. Tell you what, let's go this because I think we all kind of did our future predictions because we kind of did some future predictions. Um, any final thoughts? And we missed a lot of stuff because I didn't even mention this guy's name one time tonight. So there's no meter needed tonight. Look how happy 30 Spray J is. He's like, man, I didn't have to do that tonight. But tell you what, let's get into final thoughts, man. You got any final thoughts, Dan?
Well, I hope I did Chris from Elegant Sasquatch some justice for being here.
Yeah,
That's
man.
my Twin Towers brother. We got the PA New
Right.
Jersey connection. You
Right.
know, I love taking photos next to him because he's like one of the only guys that are as big as me. He's a good dude too. It's final.
Speaking of a tag team, man, that'd be
Yeah,
a vicious tag team right there, man.
the Beast from the East, right? The PA New
Right.
Jersey connection.
Right. Right.
Woo! Love it.
Heck yeah.
He's a great guy, man. I love
He's
Chris.
awesome.
I
Yep.
love when I get I got to see him at the Bearded Villains East Coast meet last year and hang out with him for a little bit. He's a super cool guy.
Heck yeah.
But hey, thanks for having me on. You know,
Hmm.
Anytime.
I
You're
love
more
when
than
I get
welcome.
invited to do these things and talk a little bit, even
Yeah.
though it's on this topic. It wasn't really something that I'm, totally involved with as far as
We gotta,
modern professional wrestling.
yeah,
But it's
yeah, yeah. We got to get you back when
We
we
will.
talk some nostalgia. We definitely
Yep.
will. We
Right.
had to do a little bit of catch up because we missed last
I
week. I'm sorry
I
for
think it
the.
would be cool is I got a few guys who I sponsor that are pro wrestlers. If we all came
Yeah.
on at the same time, they got so many
Yeah.
stories. I mean, I have guys
Heck
who
yeah.
wrestled Jake the Snake Roberts and like,
Nice.
tons of old school guys, and
Right.
still wrestle to this day. They got stories, like bring
Yeah.
those guys on.
Yeah. We'd
Ladies
love
and
to have them
gentlemen,
on.
the Suplex Syndicate is heating up. You hear what we could have in
Heck
the
yeah, it
future.
is. Heck yeah.
Bring them on.
Bring them on. Yeah, we'll have you on. We'll get some of your guys on here. Yeah, we'll definitely do that, man. We love having guests. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. What about you, Jay? Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Shout out to my brother Elegant Sasquatch. Uh, he does have a new scent out called King Valor. It
Yes.
is a citrus cologne, and I am not a citrus guy. Anybody who knows me, there's a few citrus themes in there that I love, but this King Valor, we got a little bit of an early access, and I am telling you, I am
Yep.
feeling it. I did wear it this morning. Took a shower. I had already done my stripping routine this morning, and then I had to add a little bit of the California Dreams by Bearded Death because I knew everyone was going to be together. So to have both my brothers in with me, that was
Heck yeah.
great. I just got to say, I love every Sunday that we are actually here. It's great for the mental health. It's great to talk about something other than everything that we love as being a bearded men. I've always been a wrestling fan. I'm going to continue to be a wrestling fan unless Logan Paul ever wins the heavyweight title. So
Heck yeah.
Hey, one more thing before I don't want to interrupt you.
Mhm.
Next Saturday I'll be on Bishop's show, so
Yeah.
go check me out on
Yeah.
Bishop's.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna get you on Monday Night Mayhem again too. We're gonna get you on there, so we'll have some
That'll
fun.
be fun.
Yep. Yep. The only thing I have to say to close it out is, man, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate my brothers. Man, I got a hold of Dan last minute, and I'm like, man, I hope he wants to come on. And Dan's like, yep, I'll come on. So thank you, brother, for kind of saving us, helping us out here. I'm most appreciative. Um, but I try to close shows out doing my best Santa Tom, and I can't do him any justice. But what I like to say is, yeah, Jay, get some reps in. You're gonna need him by for the Buckeye. But
Get
the
it.
world the world could use a little more love and kindness, so be kind to one another. Be kind to everybody else. And Tactical Santa says we shall see you next Sunday. We will be on. And once again, thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We appreciate you making this happen, and we very much appreciate it. See you next week, everybody.
Peace.